Hey, welcome back. If you've been here before, this is what feels like it's my 10 millionth attempt at High Priest mission. High Priest Yaren right there, beautiful as it is. There's a reason I have these two buffs up showing. These are both Shadow Knight buffs, self buffs. During this, I take off almost all damage shields from the tank, which is a Shadow Knight. However, like I don't take off this Drape of the Ankh because 2100 armor class. Yes, there is a 2900, 2969 in particular damage shield, but 2100 armor class is a lot, so I don't want to drop that. On the other hand, 8380 damage shield that does nothing but damage shield, that's been taken off. He doesn't have any other ranger damage shields, doesn't have any other damage shields. Like he does have like the one from the Jan's Veil, which is only 100 hit points. That's on. He doesn't even have the one that's from the the familiar. It's only a 75, but he can deal without the 75 mana endurance regen. And 1700 health is nothing. His healing and damage spells having a slight increase. Yeah, it's important in some aspects of the game, but during this, it's not having any damage happen when I don't want it to happen, so I'm getting rid of that. So for anybody that has not done this before, or not done this, who has not seen any of my videos before, I have a level 125 Shadow Knight, name, surname, 125 Shaman, Lady Gaga, and a level 125 Ranger, and that's what I do it with. All three of the mercenaries that you see are healers. They're all set to balanced because healers, healer mercs suck and they don't know how to conserve mana. And if they're on reactive, they're going to run out well before this event ends. As of now, I've yet to actually be a success at this event, so this is still experimental. If I happen to win it, this will get posted as my first win. If I don't, then this will probably not be seen unless I do something spectacularly bad, in which case at some point I'll probably put together a worst of kind of compilation of some of the stupid things I've done trying stuff. I don't use any kind of cheat programs. I know there's ones out there that basically play the game for you, which I guess I can understand for people who are selling power levels and shit like that, that it might make sense for them to do that. For anybody else, what's the point playing the game if it's playing it for you? There's other ones out there that, like, if you press one button, it broadcasts a instruction to each iteration of EverQuest running, and people use that to six box. Technically, I understand that's not considered cheating because you're still having to do something to get that instruction to each of those characters instead of it all being automated. But it's not something I use. You'll see my mouse cursor flying around, goes to the right. That means I'm clicking on the Shadow Knight screen, putting him in focus for a moment, doing something on his screen. If it goes to the left, I'm doing something with the Shaman. The Ranger sitting in the middle on my screen, or on my three screens. And I have basically everything set up so that 90% of what I can do in my characters with hotkeys and all that is done with key presses at my left hand. Obviously, if I want to cast my ninth spell and that's Alt 9, that would require a movement, but that I'm probably just going to click the button or click the mouse rather than, well, on him I don't have to, but rather than use the Alt deal. Like with the Shaman, she's got heals and stuff up there that Alt 1, 2, 3, that it makes it very simple. I don't have to move my hand. I can just do that really fast. Click to her, do a key press, click back to another character. Now, the Ranger, all of these are attached to queue, and because of varying refresh times, it casts them in order, and then faster ones obviously come back up sooner to be recast. A lot of times I don't use the last two, so I'll stop when the third one is being refreshed. Or actually, the fourth key is being refreshed, but sometimes I do. Depends on what I'm doing. And then these next ones, the reflexive, the jolting drop kicks, the focus maelstrom. Those are all on W. The glyphs are take a manual touch. But basically, most things I can do with a lot of things I can do with the keyboard. My right hand stays on the mouse to click between screens, and my left hand does a lot of the controlling. So for anyone who hasn't seen this mission or isn't familiar with it, there's High Priest Yaren. He's the boss. He's the big bad guy. We'll go up, hail him. He grumbles something about, you're not good enough to mess with me. My proxy will take care of you lightweights. And an animated statue spawns over there on that stage. Animated statue is a pretty easy fight. It hits kind of hard and that sort of thing. It's got a lot of hit points, but just a straight, it bites you or something. I forget the what it says he's doing to you, but basically it's just a straight melee fight, not a big deal. He dies, the boss goes live. Same time the boss goes live, he calls for some support, which is 2 acolytes and 1 rector. They show up 10 seconds later, they go live and join the fight. The way I'll be doing it, I'll be killing the rector, leaving the acolytes alone. You do get an achievement if you kill the acolytes and then only kill a rector when there's no acolytes alive. However, if you do it that way, later on in the event, you wind up with 2 acolytes and 2 rectors showing up at the same time. If you kill the acolytes, if you kill the rectors first, you never see the rectors again. You just get pairs of acolytes going on later on in the mission. I'd rather not have the extra ads because, well, I'm boxing it. When I do it with groups, different story. If someone needs the achievement, we'll do it whichever way is going to help with getting the achievement. You see the campfire. I do have a empowered campfire up just to get some extra hit points and all that stuff to the Shadow Knight. I'm running tribute trophies. He has his stat food up. I'm doing everything I can to get myself that last little bit of oomph that might push me over the edge. Hopefully, I'll get so I don't need to do that. Like when I first started doing the Leviathan's Heart, the custodian one, I was doing that kind of stuff. Now I don't even take off the two-hander half the time. I just go through with just my, or sorry, don't go to one-hander, which is higher armor class, higher hit points. I keep my two-hander to do more damage. Same with Hazuri. I used to go to the one-hander with that, and now I just do it with two-hander because I'm more comfortable with the mission. I'm hoping eventually I'll get this one down, and that'll be that way too. But for now, I'm using every advantage I've got at my disposal. So now that I've been blabbing for the past 8 minutes, I'm going to cast the last couple of self buffs and all that stuff. One of the things I'm going to be doing, or am doing as I speak, is I will be putting Moroseness, which is a shaman buff that does procs a heal and a slow. I'm putting that on both the pests as well as the tank. The tank is casting his Unwavering Stance, which is a pretty major hit point buff, and actually hit point and armor class. No, just hit points. 55,809 hit points. He'll later be casting Touch of Mortimus, which increases hit points by another 6,300, and but has to be cast on a mob. And then Paradoxical Disruption, which casts whenever he gets hit, it casts a life tap, which obviously helps heal me as well as causes some additional hatred. All good stuff for a Shadow Knight to have. So those are going to be on him, or are on him, to help him with both aggro as well as hit points, staying alive. And I'll be casting Reverie of Renewal, which is the shaman's main heal over time, group heal over time. Switching, I usually don't use them. I may forget to use them, but switching so the Ranger's heals are also up. And now I'm going to kick this thing off. Nice thing about the Ranger's heals is they heal the target's target if you're targeting an enemy. So I don't even have to change targets to heal. It'll heal the tank as I cast it. Boss, or not boss, statue is slowed, hitting my Aureate's Banes. Curse of Subjugation here. And here we go. Earlier times I've been doing this recently, I've been using the two-hander at this point. In fact, I'm going to switch to it now. Just doing a bit more damage to get this part knocked out. I'm going to actually have the pets join in. Right now, they're set not to assist because I want to keep them very under control. I want them to be off tanking things, so I'm keeping them. My assist key doesn't include the pets attacking, and they're on greater hold. Normally, my assist key tells them to attack. The I'll be hitting a dragon glyph right after the boss goes live on the tank just to help me get over that little hump. I'll be casting the Shaman's Call of the Ancients Healing Ward, which is a 5-minute heal over time thing that does 10,250 hit points of healing, not including or not considering the fact that it crits and that sort of thing, but it hits that every 6 seconds. It's not a huge amount, but it adds up, and definitely, there's little bits can keep you from going splat, and that bigger heal then getting a chance to land. So hopefully it'll work this time. I'm getting tired of these rounds where I don't succeed. I wasn't sure if I'd hit that on the Ranger yet. Now I am sure from last time he died. Oh, Pact of the Wolf isn't on. Oh, yes, it is. Thought that one still wasn't on. It's a shaman thing. So once this thing gets a little bit lower here, I will be, and right now I am clicking around my hotkeys just because I'm messing around with my left hand doing other things for a moment. I'll be switching back to the one hand, and I'll be pulling the SK will be pulled off of the animated statue, and I'll go ahead and pre-target the boss just because it's a little bit easier for me that way. If he he has it targeted, get him back in position. I have both the Shaman and the Ranger are facing to the southeast for during the run emotes when you have to run to the northwest or southeast corner. That's one of the things that's been kind of screwing me. Hopefully, I've worked out how to, when the ads are coming, when the runs are coming, all that stuff. Hopefully, I've worked it out so I'm no longer going to get splatted by that crap. All right, got the one-hander up. Got the boss slowed. Dragon glyph is on. Here come ads. Okay, my hotkey for Rector of the Skies just is not working properly, but it is on me. I just have to figure out where it is. The Shaman Petamon. I got a little off kilter there. Shit. So not everything is slowed as fast as they should be.
Take face boss into the wall.
Okay, now everything's slowed. So now I'm finally putting the Ranger fighting. I thought I made a hotkey for the SK, but I don't know what I did with it to target the Rectors. It hadn't been working, so I changed some hotkeys, and apparently I don't know where I saved it, and I didn't put it on my hotbar. Now I feel stupid. Because if this is a success, which I hope it is, of course, if it is, I've just admitted to everybody that I screwed up. But that's all right. Worse things happen than that. Okay, once this Rector dies, and he's actually going down rather simply this time, which is nice, the next set of ads will kick in at 80%. So I'll be pulling the Ranger off of DPS shortly before that. I'll let the Shadow Knight finish it up, as well as I'll be focused on the Shadow Knight screen initially to target the two that he needs to target. Well, his pet on one and him on the other. Then I'll switch to the Shaman. She'll send her pet after the other acolyte and start slowing things. All that time, the Ranger will be doing absolutely nothing until I get it all locked down, at which point I will be DPSing with him. I am going to go ahead and hit now Spire of the Reavers, which is the SK Spire. Does help mitigate some damage and that sort of thing. So again, it's a help. Might have hit that. Okay, ads are coming. Might have hit that glyph a little earlier than I should have, but such is life. All right, pet on that one, pet on that one. Okay, so everything is being handled by the correct
Take face boss into the
character, for
wall.
lack of a better term, considering the pet's character's kind of there for a moment. Each pet has an acolyte. The SK has the boss and the
Spin back
rector.
to face the raid.
I wish I could get them a little bit better positioned here, but it's because of that knockback, which I don't know if you guys just saw the Shadow Knight get knocked back. And I'm sure some of that has to do with the way mobs are facing, but I'm not 100% sure how that mechanic works. And it's one of those things, if I try and screw around with that one, I'm going to just die trying to do that. And it's not that huge of an issue that I'm going to mess around with it. Okay, why the hell did the Rector come after me? I don't freaking get it. Or come, I say me, I mean the Ranger. The Ranger, yes, he's doing the most damage, or should be anyway. However, his bow does a whole lot less aggro, or should do a whole lot less aggro, a lot less hate than what the SK is putting out. But who knows?
Take face
All
boss
right,
into the
so
wall.
here in a minute, see, we're at 78%. 71% the run emotes start.
Spin back
Making
to face the
sure,
raid.
okay, my shadow knight, my shaman and my ranger are both facing to the southeast, so that I can just hit a auto run key on them. They run a straight line until I get back to them, and the other one I can turn, and the northwest corner is right beside me. Oops. All right, pulling the ranger
Gaga,
off.
run to the
There we go.
southeast corner.
Gaga's heading southeast. A lot of lag right there is the northwest corner. He's there. Oh shit, I got stunned. Probably in it, because that's just the way. Uh oh, you know what? I moved the
We
wrong
are friends.
fucking tune. Oh shit.
You were forgiven.
Oh my god. I'm gonna get fucked here. Unless this thing's a lot more forgiving than the raid. Alright. We try and reposition the boss.
Take face boss into the wall.
Get out of there.
HOP down.
Okay, so somehow there I just
Spin back to face the raid.
I'm turning off attack from everything for just a moment. Holy shit, somehow I pulled that off. So I moved the Shadow Knight to the northwest aura instead of the Ranger, which how I survived doing that, I'm not quite sure. Right now I'm just trying to get everything repositioned to where I want them. Holy shit. I pulled that off. All right. Re-slowing the boss simply because slow will run out on this because I'm killing very, very slowly. All right. Damage back on. What percent am I at? That was 71. So the next one's about 63. Wow. That was, again, I'm shocked I survived that. I hope I do win this one now extra because I want to show that snafu that I somehow survived.
Take
Gaga,
face
run
boss
to the
into the wall.
southeast corner.
Okay, Gaga southwest,
Into the wall.
Face boss into the wall.
Bottle lag northwest.
Spin back to face the raid.
Turned off the attack on name, which don't necessarily have to, especially at this point, but it's a habit I want to get into because later when ads are coming, I want all damage off during those runs. Okay, damage back on.
Recast moroseness.
So the next set is at 55. I need to recast moroseness on everything. Okay, they're at 60. He's at 60. Ooh, freaking health versus mob is tight because if you can see, all of the healers are at 60% roughly, as is the boss. So we're going to be on the verge of running out of health. There, attack is off.
Run to northwest doorway
Okay,
corner.
again, Gaga's going north,
Take
southeast.
space
I'm
to
going
the wall.
northwest.
You are forgiven.
Attack is off from everything. Oh shit! There goes the SK.
To
Get
face the raid.
her out of there. Him back where he should be. God damn it! I'm fucking up. I usually don't swear this much doing these either, as anyone who's watched them would know. May drop a swear word here and there, but not like this. But boy, this is the fun stuff, right? This is why we play EQ. All right, next run should be at 47, but is that the same time as the? Oh, son of a bitch. No, one more run without ads, and then there's an ad. Do I have that right?
Above,
Lava.
Yeah.
run to the
Run to
southeast
northwest
corner
doorway
for cure.
corner for cure.
Okay, same directions again. This time I've got the right people going
You
the
are
right
forgiven.
ways and doing the right things. Hit the wrong button on the SK again, but was able to stop him from running. My auto run and my auto attack are side by
You are
side,
cleansed.
and that's what's happening there. I'm hitting auto run instead of auto attack.
Tank
Tank
Turn
is
off his
back
attack.
to face the raid.
Just refresh that. Okay, before I turn on any additional damage, well, I will turn on the Shadow Knight here. I want to refresh my Touch of Mortimus and all that stuff on the Shadow Knight. Well, Reverie still got a while going, but I'm going to go ahead and refresh the moroseness. All right, that did not work. I thought I had a trigger for that, but I did not, apparently. But let's get pets out, pets out, pets out. 74. All right, I believe everything is slowed. And if I did this right, I should be able to
Face buff into the wall.
not have a run emote till after these are dead. Boy, I hope that works out. Because that will make this so much, so much, so much
Back to
easier
face the raid.
than what I've been doing. I think it's a 41 that I have a run emote. He's at 42 now. Shifting him to the other acolyte, the M being the SK. As soon as this one dies, I'll switch to the still attacking. I'm going to add some shaman DPS to that as well, even though I so far have not been doing much in the round in the with the shaman on any of my iterations. But if I can get them down faster, I'm less likely to get a run while they're alive. I mean, get myself in a position where I
Tank face buff into the wall.
look at that. That worked perfectly. Okay, DPS is on with just the SK.
Tank spin back to face the raid.
I thought I thought that was a running emote for a second. Hey, where's that? There it is.
Run to northwest doorway corner.
Muddlag southeast, Gaga northwest.
You are
Northwest
forgiven.
being, of course, right there makes it nice and easy. And then, of course, the longer run, which now you're seeing on him this
You are
time,
friends.
is all the way over to here. I know I'm about as far as I can get from it, but it allows me to send one on just running in one direction while I turn the other one to get into that close one and then get back onto the one that went to the far one rather than trying to run in two directions or deal with ads. So that was at 39 and 43. I'm not at 43. So somewhere between 37 and 39, I'll be getting more ads. Even though my trigger, which I'll figure out what I did wrong on that trigger.
Subjugation.
All right, so, oh, damage off, damage off. He hasn't said
Spin back to
Back to
face the
face
raid.
the raid.
his thing. Back to just the SK doing damage. Sometime, there it is. There, here come his servants. As soon as they go live, there, I got that one already coming in on him. Set that pet after that one. Shaman pet one is locked down. Both are slowed. All right, this may be my new best attempt at any rate.
Take
Face
face boss
face
into
boss
the
into
wall.
the wall.
Shaman's got plenty of mana, so I'm doing some more buffs, or more buffs, more dots to hopefully get these things dead faster. Again, the faster they die, the less likely I am to have runs while they're alive. Mercs are, with one except, one's about 40, the other two are right around 35. So again, they're real close on mercenary mana versus boss hit points. But I'm hoping for the best. There's that other one. Casting Reverie of Renewal. Some of these emotes that I have, or not emotes, triggers I have, I miss, telling me to recast some stuff. I use that because I have three bots.
Southeast corner for cure.
Tank face
Tank
boss into the
face
wall.
boss into the wall.
There we go. I wasn't sure what direction I was facing for a moment.
Are
Spin
forgiven.
back to face the
Spin
raid.
back to face the raid.
I have no damage on again.
You are cleansed.
Oh, this is working freaking perfectly. Now I have the question. I'm not exactly sure because this is the furthest I've gotten this. I'm not exactly sure when things come in. However, I'll watch for that ad emote again and drop DPS, and I may get through this. Holy shit. Ooh, that'll help. I'm just hitting Ancestral Aid and Unity Feather.
Feather regenerates
Let's
acid.
try and get just a little bit more,
Gaga, run
Lottalag,
to the
run to
southeast
northwest
corner for
doorway
cure.
corner for cure.
get a little bit more mana going. So I hit my Unity Feather. What was the other thing I just hit? Something else I hit. Oh, Ancestral Aid for the Shaman, which is a damage, mana, and hit point regens.
There has ended.
Boss is no longer slowed, but he is now. Oh, and there's some ads. Get on that. Get on that. I think I've got everything slowed. Yep. Right now, it looks like everything is on the SK, which is okay. He's got a defensive running.
Recast disruption buff.
I've got, I've not used a lot of defensive, so I've got more that I can come back with then. Going ahead and dotting these ads. Cannibalize, because I don't want to run out of my own mana on the shaman. It's strange.
Regeneration is active.
I tend to refer to
Tank space boss into the wall.
use the first person to describe whichever character I happen to have in focus at the time. So when I'm looking at the shaman screen, I'll say I need to do this, but I'm referring to the shaman. When I've got the rangers in focus, I'll say I need to do this, and I'm referring to the ranger. It's silly of me, I guess. I really own my characters. 20%.
Feather has ended.
Feather
Save
has
for group
ended.
member to
Feather
cast
has
another.
ended.
Group member.
Save for
Cast
group
another.
member to cast another.
Feather.
The
Regeneration
regeneration
is
is
active.
active.
Is active.
Again, just try to help those mercenaries as much as I possibly can with their mana. And I know the Unity Feather and the Horn, which I'll hit then, is not a lot, but every little bit counts, right?
Feather has ended. Save for group member
Feather
to
has
cast
ended.
another.
Safe for group member to cast another.
So
Face boss
Tank
into the
space
wall.
boss
I
into
believe
the
I've got
wall.
one more set around 10%.
Run
Lottelite
to the
runs the
southeast
northwest
corner
doorway
for
corner
cure.
for cure.
Tank spin back to face the raid.
You are forgiven.
Keep the Rangers DPS off until the Shaman's back.
You are cleansed.
Hey there, I just hit a heal with the Ranger. Just because I saw him dip a little bit low while the Shaman wasn't in the area. And again, the High Priest is not slowed. I don't know if maybe he's stripping the slow off or something stripping his slow off. Oh, here comes the ads. I just saw the emote. I got to figure out why my trigger isn't going on that. There at the door, I can get pre-targeted. Oh shit!
Recast
Deflect.
disruption buff. Tank face boss into
Tank
the
space
wall.
boss into the wall.
Okay.
Spin back to face the raid.
Right now, I don't know which. Oh no, they are both right there. I thought and maybe it was just a bit of lag. I thought I saw something go swirling by on Gaga's screen, thinking it was one of those acolytes. But now I see on Lotto's screen they're both right in front of him. So whatever I saw, it wasn't an acolyte running wild. And you just put up another defensive, which should help. Because as you can see, the mercenaries are getting way low on health. Oh, down to the last acolyte, which I'm honestly not sure. Do I have to kill the acolytes? Does anyone know?
Tank face boss
Tank
into
Tank
the wall.
space
into the wall.
boss into the wall.
All right, you know what?
Tank spin back to face the raid.
I just turned on my bow discipline. I'm 99% sure there's no more runs at this point, and I want to get this one, so I'm doing maximum damage.
Lot of lag.
Yes, there is.
Doorway corner for fuel.
God damn it. All right, got them running.
You are forgiven.
You are cleansed.
Getting the pets involved. Holy shit, he's at 3%. I'm gonna win.
Tank face boss
Tank
into
Tank
the wall.
face
into the
boss
wall.
into the wall.
Wow, I actually finally won that. I guess I will be sharing this one. Not the cleanest it could have gone. Got a few iffy things early on, but wow, I got
Just
through it.
down.
So I will share this soon, as well as once I get things cleaned up, I'll do cleaner versions of it. So as always, thank you. Hit like and subscribe if you feel like doing such things. I did note I'm up to a whopping 2 subscribers, so whoever you are, thank you very much for subscribing. If you enjoy what I do, it's stupid, but it gives me some chuckles. Have a good day.